slide here. And I was like, here's the website. That's good. Thank you. And then it's just introducing him. So it should be easy. Thanks, Amber. Good morning. I'm Sarah Mayab, and I'm happy to serve this congregation as a member of your Board of Trustees. My pronouns are she, her, they, them. Thank you for joining us this morning. Scan the QR code or check in to access our donation page and view the digital order of service. Visitors who are here in person are invited to pick up a gift at the welcome table. Visitors who are here for the first time, not all of you, just the first time, are welcome to pick up a gift at the welcome table in the gallery and to join us in Slaughter Lounge after the service to learn more about our congregation. There is a lot to do here at First UU. There is a concert here later this afternoon, a regional youth conference, and the Living the Pledge anti-racism classes next weekend. And the SYC scholarship auction is happening soon. Check out our website and our email newsletter, Friday News, for more details. Please rise in body and spirit to sing number 103, For All the Souls. As is our tradition, we will sing the lyrics written by our very own director of music, Dr. Brandon Moss. You can find the tune in your gray hymnal.
For all the souls who from their labors rest, who strong in faith before the world profess, we their descendants be forever blessed. Alleluia. Alleluia. Love was their rock, their shelter, and their strength and solace in the well-fought fight. Hope in the darkness deep, their one true light. Alleluia. Alleluia. Oh, blessed communion of the soul's recall, loved ones imperfect or shadows standing tall, each of our stories honored here by all. Alleluia. Alleluia. And when the strife is fierce, the conflict long, we will remember.
Hopewell, Wyandotte, Miami, Seneca, Erie, and Cayuga. May our congregation seek relationship and repair with these displaced nations and the indigenous people who now call Central Ohio home. Help us to be the always hopeful gardeners of the Spirit, who know that without darkness, nothing comes to birth. As without light, nothing flowers. May Sarton. Any children and those young at heart who would like to help light our chalice this morning are now invited to meet Gus out in the gallery. Everyone else, please turn to one of your neighbors and briefly share what loved ones you will be remembering as part of our Remembrance Service today.
Thank you. It is now time for our children to bring in the light. We light our chalice this morning with the words of Reverend Dr. Kenneth W. Collier. I do not know where we go when we die, and I do not know what the soul is, or what death is, or when, or why. What I know is that the song once sung cannot be unsung, and the life once lived cannot be unlived, and the love once loved cannot be unloved. Thank you, Calliope, for your help lighting our chalice. Good morning. I'm Amber Scott, your Director of Religious Exploration, and my pronouns are she, they. You're going to be hearing from me quite a lot today. I would now like to invite our children to return to their seats with their families. We will be reading a story later on in the service. Today is an all-ages service, which means our whole community is invited to experience worship together. Families are invited to pick up a busy bag out in the gallery, to check out the quiet activities available in the We Worship area and Saluter Lounge. There are no Sunday school classes today, but infant and toddler care is available in room 101. During the month of October, we are sharing our offering plate with Pro-Choice Ohio and Faith Choice Ohio. Your gifts help build a better church and a better world. Thank you for your generosity. Please rise as you are willing and able, and join us in singing number 95, There Is More Love Somewhere in Your Gray Hymnal. We will sing verse 1 and 2, More Love and More Hope, and sing more verses later on.
There is more love somewhere. There is more love somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is more love somewhere. There is more hope somewhere. There is more hope somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is more hope somewhere.
Now it is time to move into our ritual. Special thanks to Christine Davidson for creating these elements and putting them into words. Rituals help us adjust to new realities. Grief rituals help us move our sorrows from feelings to the physical, transforming our bereavement into something tangible. Rituals break something overwhelming into smaller pieces that we can then examine, process, feel, and share. Rituals connect us to others when loss has left connections severed. If you're here in person, you'll see 5 stations set up around the room, each bringing forward different aspects of transformation to turn knowing into new. For those of you tuning in online, you are welcome to use the materials you have on hand to engage in similar ritual actions. Grief, the intense, overwhelming pain of loss, of what we had and what never had a chance to happen. We drop a stone in the water, watch the rings grow, and see how they change, much like the waves of emotion that accompany the loss of a loved one. The ripples spread, just as that life had an effect on your own and others. Courage. It can take courage to grieve, to show our vulnerability and to show our pain to ourselves, our families, and our communities as we take a path we never wanted to go down. We choose to keep moving instead of freezing, not staying immobile in that last shared moment, but continuing to breathe, to live, and to begin new things without our loved one. This takes so much courage, as we must begin to accept our changed self. Take a moment to write a note of encouragement to yourself, or perhaps there's something you never had the courage to tell someone who's no longer here with us. Take your feelings and thoughts, put them into words, and place those words in the bowl. After the service today, we will release your words into the fire. Memory. Revisiting our time together in our minds. We bring photos of our loved ones or objects that remind us of them to this altar, to share a piece of their essence with one another, to see and witness them as they were in that moment. Love, a thing that gives us life and connects us even after death. Light a candle representing the love that was and still is. Love that will continue to bring warmth and light into your life. The bright spot you carry with you that even time cannot extinguish. Hope, Sometimes it feels impossible to find hope in our grief. Hope calls us forward when all we want to do is go back. Back to when we didn't have only memories, feel grief, or need courage, and to when we were actively trading love, not just feeling its echoes. In hope, we continue to breathe, to plan, to experience new things. We write on and add links to this paper chain, representing our hopes for ourselves. What do we hope our legacy is? How do we hope to be remembered? And how do we want to leave this world when it's our turn to go? At each station, you will find a picture frame with words reminding you of the ritual action at hand, and you are invited to add your own unique expressions of your feelings at each one. These stations will remain available for further exploration after today's service. If you would like to leave photos on the altar, they will be set aside to pick up next Sunday. Now, as Nathan graces us with music, please come forward to visit a station of your choosing.
With apologize on my part, the piece is not the elegy at Felix Mendelssohn will be the Nocturne in D by Frederick Chopin.
These stations will remain available after the service if you would like to do more. And later, as you leave today, you're invited to take a token of our ritual home, if you haven't already, on the table in the back corner there, containing bay leaf for protection and strength, lavender for peace and devotion, peppermint for healing and virtue, poppy seeds for love and luck, rosemary for remembrance and purification. As people return to their seats, please rise and sing verses 3 and 4 of There Is More Love Somewhere. There is more peace and there is more joy.
There is more peace somewhere. There is more peace somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is more peace somewhere. There is more joy somewhere. There is more joy somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is more joy somewhere.
Caring thoughts are sent to Miku S., whose beloved dog and furry friend, Mr. Odie, crossed the Rainbow Bridge in his sleep last Sunday. As part of our annual Remembrance Service, we recognize the members and friends we have lost or memorialized this past year. I hold up these names: Bernice White, Linda Keith, Bob Aldridge, Sheila Holdford, Bill Egbert, Carol Wilhelm, Sarah Lucky, and others. I now invite you to add the names of all those you are remembering and honoring today, whether they're friends, family, or pets, and whether they passed recently or long ago. You can speak their names silently or aloud, or type them into the chat. My neighbor, Charlie. Teresa Mullins. Kathy Mullins. Teresa Devine. Kismet. Together, may we honor their memory, and may all those who love and remember and miss them be blessed. I invite you to take a breath with me, and then to meditate, pray, or simply remember them. So let us breathe in together and out. Thank you. Reverend Kathleen McTeague writes, "In the struggles we choose for ourselves, in the ways we move forward in our lives and bring our world forward with us, it is right to remember the names of those who gave us strength in this choice of living. It is right to name the power of hard lives well lived. We share a history with those lives. We belong to the same motion. They too were strengthened by what had gone before. They too were drawn on by the vision of what might come to be. Those who lived before us, who struggled for justice and suffered injustice before us, have not melted into the dust and have not disappeared. They are with us still. The lives they lived hold us steady. Their words remind us and call us back to ourselves. Their courage and love evoke our own. We, the living, carry them with us. We are their voices, their hands, and their hearts. We take them with us, and with them choose the deeper path of living." Together, let us savor the beauty of remembrance by raising our voices in song. Please join in singing verse 1 and 2 of number 1002 in your teal hymnal, "Comfort Me."
Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul.
In We will remember that.
We will remember that.
Remember that. We remember. Remember.
Beginning of the year, and when it ends, when we are weary and in need of strength,
When we are lost and sick at heart,
when we have joys beyond to share,
we will remember that. We remember that. We remember
as long as we live, they too shall live,
for they are now a part of us, as we remember that. We remember that.
Special thanks to our Chalice Choir and director Brandon Moss for that lovely musical offering. I'd like to invite everyone to get comfortable for today's story, Mouseboat. Even when you're lost in a storm, you can find home again. Written by Larissa Thule and illustrated by Abigail Halpin. The wind is your voice. You whisper to me. I can't understand what you're saying. Your chair is empty. Your other chair, too. The quilt you made smells like you. Dad buys different laundry soap. It doesn't smell like anything. Dad does everything different. The quiet is so loud, I don't hear you at all in here. But I know where I will. Thunder. It was only a little and far away. Please be out there. You're here. I knew you would be. The waves are your voice. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. It's nice. But don't you have words for me? The clouds sweep in fast and bring me so much of you. Now your words surround me. Now I understand you. You're going to be okay. Be brave. I love you. Your voice carries me to shore. I carry your words in my heart. I am brave. I am home. The end. In this story, Faye feels lost after the death of her mother. Dad tries his best to manage everything alone, but things just aren't the same. When they take a trip to their lake house, Faye longs to feel a connection to her mom and takes out the small mouseboat they built together. Somehow, in the wind and rain, she finds Mom's love. May we remember that there are new beginnings in the darkest times as we try to find our way home together. Please rise and sing number 1001, Breaths, in your teal hymnal.
Than to beings, listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestors' breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the waters. Shh, shh. Those who have died have never, never left. The dead are not under the earth. They are in the rustling trees. They are in the groaning woods. They are in the crying grass. They are in the moaning rocks. The dead are not under the earth. So listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestors' breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the water. Those who have died have never, never left. The dead have a pact with the living. They are in the woman's breast. They are in the wailing child. They are with us in our homes. They are with us in this crowd. The dead have a pact with the living. So listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestors' breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the waters.
I invite you to join hands with your neighbor if you feel comfortable, or to otherwise connect as we prepare to extinguish our chalice together. Nancy Wood writes, "Hold on to what is good, even if it is a handful of earth. Hold on to what you believe, even if it is a tree which stands by itself. Hold on to what you must do, even if it is a long way from here. Hold on to my hand, even when I have gone away from you. Now, let us speak our vision statement together. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of vision. As we go forth, let us heal and transform ourselves and our world through reason and love. For today's benediction, we reprise There Is More Love Somewhere. We will sing verse 1 through, then sing it a second time with the words, There is more love right here. I'm gonna keep on, 'cause I found it.